Yo, what's up guys? Team Taccy Timmy's here. We are here with Damien Miller. Tell us what you did today, well, yesterday.
Yeah, so I got second at South Island State Champs. I played Memento. Yeah, let's get into it. So, to start off for the Memento names, I'll just show all the ones, the starters. Yeah, so these are all one card starters in one form or another. Dark Blade gets Witch, which is full combo. The Horse is full combo, and Goblin is also full combo. The entire deck is pretty much built around resolving those. If you resolve them, you will win probably more times than not.
Do you get hand trapped on like just a Goblin? You're like, oh no.
Yeah, Goblin's the worst starter by far. But it's good for other reasons, which we'll get into in a sec. The other ones are all one-offs. So Acheron's really good in the grind game because it adds back your banished fusions, and you know if they get rid of your combined creation, you can add all that back. Sheep's part of the combo. Gaddock's also part of the combo and good in the grind game. Horn Dragon's part of your inboard. There's another 2 pops on the inboard pretty much. Mace is part of the combo and also part of your inboard. It's a snatch steal on your opponent's turn. And then Combined Creation's kind of the boss monster. It shuffles back 5 to summon, which is really good.
It's insane.
Yeah, and it's not once per turn. So if you fill your grave up with like 10 mementos, you can do it twice for extra material. And it doesn't actually do too much on its own, aside from reborning when they activate a card or effect. But when you have Mace or Goblin, both of these, while you control the Combined Creation, you can discard to Snatch Steal one of their monsters, which is obviously really good. And Goblin, which doesn't come up much, but when you control the Combined Creation, you can discard it to make all your mementos untargetable, which is, you know, pretty good against some decks.
Yeah. Do all the lists play Horn Dragon? I think.
Not all lists play Horn Dragon. There's a reason why I'm playing Horn Dragon, and I'll explain this in a bit.
Okay.
But no, I understand why people cut it. It's a terrible to draw, and you probably don't need it on the inboard, but yeah. For the Memento spells and traps, I play Triple Bone Party, Double Fusion, and the Field Spell. So the Field Spells are one-off because you can get it off the Fusion. Fusion is insane. I see a lot of people playing 3, which I understand, but when I was testing, I would just always draw hands of like 2 spells, no monsters, and I just wanted to reduce the chance of that happening. I cut 1 for 1 for that as well, and it did seem to work really well. Bone Party is obviously crazy. I don't need to explain this. I did not know it had an effect to give things piercing until like a month ago. It came up? Yeah, it came up in time. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like banish target, give it piercing, attack direct. That's all. Oh no, we do play this as well. So it's kind of like another Bone Party, but it can summon only Goblin because it is a Goblin monster. It tributes for cost, so you can dodge Imperm on things like Witch. And yeah, it's really good. This card's crazy. It's just another 3 copies of Bone Party.
Yeah, pretty good.
For the non-engine, there's 3 Droll. You're gonna have to play Droll at the moment because of Mitsu Raziel. But also, there's a lot of like things with this deck. Like if you get Molt Charming, all 3 of them, you can give them a draw and then draw yourself, and you don't really need to search for the rest of the turn, so it's pretty good. This doesn't need explaining, or this, because you want to get Molt Charmies and it has just generally good coverage.
Yeah.
And then there is 1 Tactics and 1 Prosp. Tactics is just good, going first, going second, and
God card.
yeah, and I needed another normal spell for Thrust, which is in the side. Kind of same with Prosperity, but Prosperity is super free in this deck because you just don't really care about your extra deck, and you can just banish 6 and not care about it all the time. And quite often you're just like 1 piece away from playing through an interaction. I mained 3 Super Poly, and this card was insane. This card was nuts. It is a little bit awkward in this deck because
Shout out to Oscar on Super Poly as well.
Super Poly enthusiasts. It is a little bit awkward because the horse, you need no mementos to summon, but like it's, you know, it's just crazy. It's so good against Malice. Yeah, this is really good. I'd recommend playing this.
You can't respond.
Yeah, also I played against a couple of Memento guys, and Super Polying their whole field off for one of your own Memento fusions.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Cool buy for Droll and Molt Charmies and just triple Imperm. I just wanted another 1-for-1 hand trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that for the main at 43. The
Would you
extra,
change anything?
I think in general, I was actually really happy with the main deck. Maybe, I mean, Empire was pretty mid all day, but aside from that, I don't think I'd change anything with the main deck. Maybe I'd swap this out for something else, but no, I was pretty happy with it. Yeah. Onto the extra. There's the Memento fusions. So this card's crazy. You need 2 of it because you send one of the copies off of his own effect. And then 1 twin. Some people play it 2, but you can just endlessly recycle these anyways. So that's the bare minimum, and I don't think you need to pay more. For the fusions, I have Baphomet and Chimera. Guardian Chimera you can make off a Memento fusion, and Baphomet there's a line which I'll explain in a sec, which you can do game 2 and 3 against Malice.
I hear Guardian Chimera is great when you're drawing your
yeah, don't summon this when you've drawed them. Couldn't be me. I play 3 super poly targets. This is for Blue Eyes. Didn't get to use it all day, but in theory it's really good. Guru is obviously the most generic, and it's good to have Mud Dragon there as well. Extra deck isn't really tight in this deck, so you can afford to do that. I play SP. Your inboard is just this and Combine Creation, and it just plays around Nib entirely because you just tag out the SP if they Nib, and then come back at the end phase. SP is good. Proxy F. So Proxy F is for the Baphomet. So as part of your combo, you can pretty much Proxy F, fuse off the Baphomet. Baphomet send. If you're playing game 1, you can just send anything and then banish it to summon back the Creation King, which gets banished as part of the combo. But game 2 and 3, you can send the Chaos Hunter, which happens to be a fiend, versus Malice. Yeah. And yeah, so you summon it back during their draw phase and lock them out of Malice effects, which was pretty good.
That was crazy.
This was really good. It won me like a lot of games versus Malice.
Yeah, you pulled that out in top 8, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was hot.
It won me the game on the spot. There's also, I play a Bow as well. I made it once. I don't know, you don't really need it in this deck.
I mean, there's so much of the extra deck that it's just like you don't really need.
You just don't, yeah, like I found some of this once, like the super poly targets. Yeah, to be honest, maybe it could have been another super poly target. I don't know. Then I play the Selene Axis Code combo just because you have extra deck space.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's just OTKing wasn't easy enough.
I didn't make it once. I didn't use it once. But, and then a Garv Dragon. Because, well, this deck plays really long, and sometimes your opponents are determined to read every Memento card, and they'll have 3 effects. So you just go into time all the time, even if you play really fast. And you just put the Horned Dragon in grave, which is why I play Horned Dragon, because you mentioned before, some people cut it. You have to have a dragon engraved to burn with a Garvin. It's the only dragon in the deck, so yeah, it's good. There's other time win cons, but it was good. I won a couple games actually. I won a mirror in time with it, and then you did in top 4.
Yeah, you won in time. Yeah, top 4. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we'll go to the sides. I'm siding Nib. This could have been main instead of Improm, honestly. Maybe that's the one thing I'll change. But I don't know. Nib's good, but it is kind of bad in this deck because it puts a non-Memento on field for Horse, which can ruin your combo sometimes. I don't think I nibbed all day, so I don't even know if I sided it in. But in theory, it's really good.
Yeah.
Probably need to test that more. I'm playing double Prolia. I didn't want to play 5 Mulch Armies in the main deck and then win the dice roll and draw a hand of Mulch Armies, so keep it for the side. Prolia is good though, like it's good to have. Siding into 5 Mulch Armies is always going to be good. For the Malice state, we obviously have the Chaos Hunter, but also Triple Lancia and Gold Rare for maximum BM.
Yes!
Yeah, I don't really need to talk about that. There's a Harpies, but it's for the Triple Thrust. This card was really bad, actually. Like, I don't know whether I just got unlucky, and every time I drew it, they never activated the monster effect. Yeah, pretty much every time I drew it. I don't think I resolved it once, honestly.
But in theory, it's good.
Well, in theory, you can thrust into Talents is pretty good, and to Prosper is obviously pretty good as well. Harpies is good. There's a lot of, like, even Malice, like, they end on a lot of background. You kind of force them all out. But yeah, the other two cards I play for Thrust are Gnomes and D-Barrier. So Gnomes is really cracked against Razu Mitsu, which is nice. And
told you that tick now.
yeah, shout out to Errol for the tick. And Barrier is pretty good, obviously against Razu Mitsu, but also pure Mitsu.
Yeah.
And you know, like at a New Zealand event, there's always a bunch of random stuff running around.
It's just great coverage.
Yeah, it's good to have. Yeah. So yeah, that's the list.
Okay, final thoughts on the list?
It was good. The deck's pretty forgiving. You can kind of, you know, fumble your way through a lot of the combos. Definitely tried my hardest to throw the games in top 8 and top 4 as much as possible, but, you know, it's pretty forgiving. You can just play and free flow a bit. And,
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, no, it's a good deck. I think it was a good choice for the event. Yeah, I was pretty happy with the list.
All right, any shout outs and final thoughts?
Shout outs to the lads. Shout outs to Harry for winning it. Yeah, shout outs to Roger for recording this deck profile. Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay, all right, laters, guys.